Yeah, I want you to look at the volume for Getty. Take a look here. And I can export this. This is amazing. There's very few online services that'll let you do this. Actually, Yahoo Finance disabled this. So I export this to Excel, open it right up, and it's a CSV. I'd rather it be in Excel, by the way. We got to get that fixed, cameraman. The download just gives us a CSV, I think. But anyway, it may, you know what, actually this looks like an Excel. Regardless, okay, so here's the volume, right? And here's the interesting thing about Rigetti is week over week, so I'm just gonna do Monday over Monday, the volume is down 51%. That's not good. That's bearish as hell. Now, there were some cases where the volume was up. This was like huge volume, and the stock even, I barely remember that. The stock, I guess, went from 6.5. Was that long? That seems like that was, yeah, I guess that was a month ago. And so, like, if we try to graph this volume, let's graph the volume real quick. You can obviously do this with charts as well. This is in reverse order. You can see the pretty steep spike down in volume. And this doesn't include today's volume, which is just 8 million shares, which probably means it's going to close around 30 or 40 million shares. So, you know, really concerning if you're interested in these stocks. And, you know, IonQs kind of tries to keep their, you know, I don't want to call it a scam. That's not nice, but they keep their story going with lots of news releases and lots of like busy work, basically. Like the general dynamics thing is not going to help them. What's going to help them is if their quantum computer works, right? But it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. It works, but it doesn't do anything. And next year's version won't do anything either. And they're just sort of trying to get people interested and excited about this technology, which, you know, that's their job. That's fine. But it's hard to get excited about this technology. Any of their customers are going to look at it and say, well, look, you know, that was a cool demo. I don't know why we paid for it. I'm not going to pay for it again. And that's by the way, what I did. I tried the IBM quantum computers. I wrote them a nice check. And I said, this was okay. It was cool to learn this. But like, and I'm in finance. I know pharma. I know a bunch of industries. Like, is there something I can actually use this for? Nah, not anytime soon. And I love compute. You know, we have tons of GPUs here. Like, I like GPUs and compute. Like, dudes who love cars love horsepower and engines and stuff. Like, I love that shit. So, you know, playing around with the quantum computer, I was excited. And then when I realized it doesn't really do anything, can't really do shit, it's just kind of like, that's sad. Maybe next year. You know, and their customers will feel exactly the same way. I mean, I'm no different from any of their customers. You know, when I rent a 8X H100 pod, I get excited. I get a little, my pulse starts going, you know. I get motivated because that's a powerful machine. That's a multi-million-dollar machine. And when I rent the Rigetti, or well, I can't rent the Rigetti because it's fucking dog shit. They don't even have it rentable yet. But when I rent the IonQ or the IBMs, you know, I get excited and I realize I can't do anything with this fucking thing. I saw the Google invest in New Era. New Era does the atom-based, not an ion, so it's neutral atom quantum computing. I thought they were more of an annealer, though. I didn't think they did true gates. But regardless, you know, the fact that Google is putting money to work in other people's quantum computing companies is very interesting indeed. So I'm going to increase my Rigetti short a little bit because, I mean, IonQ is doing their thing. And like, if the markets want to believe that there's something special about IonQ, which there isn't, then let them believe that. But, well, just short the shit out of Rigetti. Rigetti's not going to have any contracts. Rigetti's not going to have any earnings. Rigetti doesn't put out any press releases. The Rigetti CEO is like, when people ask him, is your quantum computer useful? He goes, define useful. Bro, it's not that hard of a word to define. Is it useful or not? Yeah, enterprise value concept. Posner, be careful, man. This isn't that kind of a chat. Yeah, Rigetti, I'm feeling it. I could be wrong, of course, but I'm feeling it. Just the volume disappearing is like, it just means the baggies are like, I'll trade crypto. I'll trade, BBAI. I'll trade, look at BBAI is up. The baggie is easily distracted. He's like, oh, I need a new runner. Some of the baggies used to call them runners. It's adorable. I need a new runner. Like scratching. Balloon? Bandy. What are you talking about? What hacker club? I don't have a hacker club. You better watch what you say around me. Let's go, Popcat Shorts. Tom's, that's so insane. Yeah, runner was old baggy terminology. Glad I could share that with you guys. I think there's some like old Investors Hub and other message boards that are still around from like a long time ago. There's some priceless baggy conversations. Baggies like to especially latch on to like random factoids, and like they have the cognitive like inability to like not fixate on something that they think is really important. Like one of the biggest things for baggies is do you guys remember when Sava hired that chief commercial officer? That was so funny because I had seen this, like I've been around the block. Like I've seen this 100 times. And everyone was like, oh man, Kasava's hiring a sales executive. Why would you hire a sales executive unless you were going to start selling the drug? And it's like, all right, listen, Baggy. Do you understand that $1 billion publicly traded company to hire one employee doesn't cost anything? It means nothing. And like a lot of the baggies I talked to, including some who, admitted defeat somewhat graciously, like, I was sure that because of this, it must have been this. And I'm like, you got to look at something a little bit more important, like, does the drug work? That's a little bit more critical than, did they hire somebody? Man, people want a job sometimes just to have a job. Take a job for the check and the stock options. I don't know. Fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Just find a new job. People scrub that shit off their resume like it never happened.